can't take it anymore, not anymore. No one said that this would get easy. No one said this wouldn't get hard. Brush it off and roll up your sleeves now. It's a shot in the dark till you get what you want.
Hi, welcome on back to the show. Johnny B is a bit doing some stuff. So how's everyone? Chiefs won, which is good. I know we're a college football show. We'll start off that way, but Chiefs won, but it might be time to turn page, okay? You know, gotta get ready for the Nebraska bit. I feel better now. There we go. Instant striptease. So, how was your Thanksgiving, Johnny B?
It was good, buddy. Sorry, I'll be with you guys.
I know he's indisposed for a minute, but we got the Egg Bowl going. We got Feast Week going. The Egg Bowl has kind of been a pleasant surprise. Kid Travis Hunter really locked up the Heisman today. We'll find out, come post-conference weekend. Yeah, it's not. I'm kind of. I don't even know who to root for in the Heisman race, to be honest. We get that it's down to two people, and I get that Travis Hunter had 3 touchdowns in a 52-point game. But your boy likes to see the statistical leader, and it never is the statistical leader. So that's what fucking sucks. I'm pulling up the bracket now. Because now we got an interesting prospect, because now we have to eventually talk about the possibility of a Big 12 champion being out, maybe. That was me probably being too loud. I'm sorry, AJ. I didn't mean to. Here we go. Present screen with the tab. All right. This is the bracket going into Rivalry Week. Some new things to note. You're now Big 12 champion. Is slotted in the 12 spot. Boise State in the 4. Indiana gets knocked down next door to Arizona State with their loss to Ohio State. We finally welcome in SMU to the fold. About time a proper conference champion is still in there, but I digress. The only thing that slightly bums me out is the Tennessee-Georgia matchup. It's purely because we've seen it before. Arizona State, Ohio State excites me. Indiana, Penn State excites me because they haven't played each other yet this season. SMU, Notre Dame excites me. Georgia, Tennessee, my dick goes off. You got any opinion on the bracket there, Johnny B?
In 1 minute, I will.
Okay, so I have to keep talking to myself for 1 minute. That's fine. Live score here, it's 14-20, Ole Miss lead with 11 minutes left. And I will also after we end the show today, we'll flip it right back on because we're gonna live stream Georgia Tech and Nebraska, Iowa for the Heroes game, which is stupid. For a fucking rivalry game, calling it the Heroes game is stupid. It is sponsored by Hy-Vee. That did provide me with healthcare. But stupid. I get that we honor heroes. It's stupid honoring heroes during a rivalry game. I'll say the quiet part out loud. Okay.
All right, we got a new leaderboard. We have a new leaderboard.
Because I'm probably dead fucking last at the rate I'm going.
You are. You want to look at the percentages?
I can pull her up real quick. Share screen. Zap tab. There she blows.
Not a good game to pick.
I've gone sub 60%, but had a Hindenburg of a week along with Rob at 15 and 12. He's at 63. I'm at 58. JC and his asterisk of record, 18 and 9 for 64, along with Johnny B, who usurps me and goes into 60%. Wonderful. I also love the fact that early slate, part of 2:30 slate, great. Look at all that fucking green. Evening, trash. Not a good look for your boys. Ole Miss just scored. So I think the Egg Bowl's in hand. With it being a 2-possession game.
I have my bets already from earlier on the bottom.
The only ones I'm doing, I'm taking Nebraska money line, Georgia Tech money line, and my ass is parlaying them.
I hit a parlay earlier, Minnesota Navy for 446.
Last week I hit Florida, Oklahoma for a stupid amount of money that I probably shouldn't. Oh, and they're going for 2. Wow. Okay.
Intercepted.
Oh, well. But 14-26 is the score. There. Let's load back up.
I'm putting games in right now, Tyler.
No, I know, and you're asking me to vamp. That's not the end of the world. But this is sizing up roughly to be our bracket. Because Arizona State virtually controls their own destiny. They just got to win. They're in the game. No matter who the opponent is, Arizona State has beaten either Iowa State or BYU. So Georgia, Tennessee, again, doesn't get my rocks off. But I guess if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, and we're do remain the 9-8 and go on to Oregon, you applaud Georgia for the cakewalk of the first round. And then Oregon does get my rocks off. I really like that matchup. Because I think, if anything, Georgia could pull up the upset. As Walker's going to play. He's old enough to go. Indiana Penn State rules. My Big Ten brain likes that because their ass hasn't played each other. And it would kind of confirm if Indiana did belong with Ohio State or not. Even though that game against Ohio State was kind of rough on paper for special teams wise for Indiana. And I guess if you look at either team from the Big
Tyler, are they
Ten,
doing game day tomorrow or no?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you where, but I can do a search real quick.
Probably the Texas game.
Week 14. Oh yeah, it's in College Station. That's where they're doing her. I reckon everyone's in College Station tomorrow. And other than Big Noon being at the game, which we'll talk about extensively. I mean, back to the bracket. Indiana, Penn State. Coin flip on who goes, but they get served up to Miami because Miami's going to play with their food. Unless Kurt Signetti gets Indiana rolling, which could possibly happen. But, I mean, we got this 10-7 matchup's interesting. Because, man, you can pull for either of them. And, man, either team looks good against Texas, too. Could you imagine SMU, Texas? Ooh, shit. And I don't know how they're doing the Bulls, if it's pure representation, especially with a G5 one. Like, would the Big Ten get the Rose Bowl and the other corresponding ones with other conferences? I couldn't tell you. But, man, SMU, Dallas, potentially in Jerry's world? Whoo, that'd be a fun time. How we coming with them games, Johnny B?
Almost done, buddy.
No worries. But, man, if I had to pick a team to root for in that 10-7 matchup of SMU Notre Dame, I'd have to flip a coin 5 times and dictate which one would be heads or tails because I couldn't tell you. I lean SMU, but man, if that spread's super close, might make me think twice. Oh, that wasn't men's basketball. That was women's basketball. That's cool. I wasn't paying attention to that game anyway. But I like the bracket. Do I think we're close to the 12 teams? I think 8 of the teams are solid. I think 4 of them are big old fucking question marks. Basically, your Boise State, Arizona State, whether their proper champ will get in versus letting a G5 conference get one of the buys. The SEC is probably going to avalanche itself into a mess this week. We don't know how. So chances are we know Georgia's probably going to begin as a lock. But Tennessee, next week could be Bama. We don't know, you know. I don't know how to feel about 3 lost teams in the playoff, but it does happen if you've played CFP 25 enough. You played enough years of Dynasty that you do know a really, really freaking good 9-3 team does get Wow. What a play. Anyway, don't sneak their way into the playoffs, but they have to be really, really fucking good and have probably those three losses be one score losses. Hell, I had that happen the last year that I was at Texas and had 3 1-score losses and got into the playoff. Didn't win my conference championship either. Damn. I'll also dart back up to the 12-5 because if Arizona State were to somehow pull it out in fucking Columbus, go on to Boise State, I think Arizona State socks Boise State after seeing that performance today.
All right, I'm done, buddy.
Woohoo! Thank you. Now I can stop talking.
I'm sorry.
I can vamp, but
We can pick those
geez.
games whenever you want. We can just,
Take a couple of minutes on the bracket.
Michigan State's going in. Tyler, I really think Notre Dame's going to win the whole thing.
The path is easiest through here. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. If
hold
this
on,
were
I
to
got-
maintain.
Yes.
I don't know what he's got going on, but it's an echoing nightmare. So I'll let him deal with that. Mississippi State's in the red zone on the 3. I know I'm a play and a half behind. That y'all love to bitch about. But again, center of the country. Switching to Hulu or switching from that to YouTube TV next week. And they're gonna get backed up 5. Congrats, Omaha. Come on. No.
Chiefs already played. I love you.
What was that about?
My cousin and aunt went to the Colorado game today. And they're
Ah,
fucking hammered. They've been drinking since 7 o'clock.
damn. So they're lit, son. Because that was a 10 a.m. kick. So I figured Colorado would dominate. That's why I didn't do anything this afternoon. I don't think it would be a 52-7 route like it was, but cool that it was.
God damn it. I'm not going to hit this plus money at all.
Anyway, bracket.
When we can do bracket or we can pick games. What do you want to do?
Bracket real quick. I know your team's in it, so you got to at least chirp your opinion here.
I think Indiana's trash. I think Penn State wins. Out of that matchup, I believe Georgia wins. Ohio State, Notre Dame. Then I like Oregon, Miami, Notre Dame, Ohio State. I like Ohio State to beat Oregon in the rubber match. I like Notre Dame to beat Miami. I like Notre Dame to beat I like Notre Dame to win it all against Ohio State.
Like I said, the 10-7 pathway, if they keep Texas here, is the easiest path. And everyone keeps bitching that the fucking 5 seed has a terrible one. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. This is the easiest path. Everyone knows it.
By the way, I won huge on Memphis last night. I had Memphis. For our boy AJ, I picked Memphis to win outright last night, and I won a lot of money on Memphis last night.
All right. I am I'm ready to go pick games. Okay?
Okay.
If you're ready to go pick games, you ready to go pick games?
Sure, bud.
All right. Pull up good old fashioned
Pull it up so the
keyboard.
people can see it.
Will do. I wish they would allow me to pull up more than one share screen to do. But that's okay. Not the end of the world. We're about
What
to
game
go.
is what channel is the Nebraska game on?
It should be FS1 or Big Fox, one of the two.
What time does it start? 7 or 6?
Here in a half hour, 6:30. We'll work backwards, huh? Houston plus 13.5 at number 19 BYU. There's stakes to this one.
I think Houston upsets them. I don't know why, dude. I just have a feeling.
I have to say.
Hey, Tyler, you missed.
What do you mean? Oh shit! I went. Around. I'm going BYU, staying committed to the bet. We'll go to Farmageddon. Kansas State plus 2.5 at number 17 Iowa State.
I think I like K-State to win that game, bud. And by that, I mean never do I like K-State. They're frauds. Tyler told me they're frauds. They've been frauds. Give me Iowa State and Anthony and Beck.
Same here. Like, I told you they would break, and they have broken. I want Iowa State purely for Arizona State to dominate them in the championship game. Stop doing that bullshit. We'll just stay in the Big 12 and just fucking decide it, huh? Arizona State, 8.5-point favorite at Arizona.
Closer than people think. It's a rivalry game. What is this, like the Battle of I-5 or something?
Uh-huh. That's what the
I like Arizona State to win, but
I have been pro Arizona State and Kenny Dillingham the whole fucking time. Not gonna relent here.
I'll watch Miss Rachel.
And the last one to properly decide it does Kansas, a 1.5-point favorite, do the unthinkable, going 4 straight and winning at Baylor.
Is this for them? They can't become bowl eligible, right?
They're 5-6 now. They win this, they become 6-6 and bowl eligible.
I like Kansas here. These might be the two best teams in the Big 12 like low key.
I'm right there with them, and boom, that's the Big 12 basically settled in a nutshell. We will move on to the ACC. UVA, a 7.5-point dog in Blacksburg at Vatek. You know I'm going Vatek because they seem to close out seasons rather than opening up them with winning records. So that's what I'm banking on.
I like Vatek here too, bud. Virginia doesn't have anything to play for.
No.
They cannot become bowl eligible because I believe they're 4-7. They're just they're kind of dead this year, so I don't see them winning this game.
I'm right there with you. Like UVA's better. Like last week was.
Oh, I am wrong. They are 5-6. If they win, they go bowling.
Oh, they are. Wow. Okay.
I might have to take a look at that money line, Tyler.
That is definitely a money line venture that I would love
Oh, this
to.
is wait, am I like looking at this wrong? They're both fighting for a bowl game.
Oh, they are both 5-6. You're right.
I like Virginia Tech even more now.
I do too. And Brent Pride's winning record in late October, early November is unfucking heard of. But we'll get this formality out the way. Does the little engine that could out of West Lafayette, 29.5-point dog, Purdue, go into Bloomington and upset Indiana?
Is this a letdown spot?
That's what I'm wondering, son. That's what I'm wondering.
That's why I have it on the list. Oh, I can't get the spread of the Miami game. That's why it's not on here, the Miami-Syracuse game, because I can't get it.
I'll dig it. I'll dig it up for you properly.
But I think Indiana wins, but I still don't trust them.
That the end of the Illinois-Purdue game lives rent-free in my head, but I'm going Indiana. But I see why you did that. And it's going to be interesting to watch that on Saturday.
That might be I take the money line on Purdue and cash out at halftime if they're up.
Right. Let's go into dictating some playoff here. Number 7, Tennessee, 10.5-point dog or favorite at Vandy in Nashville.
Vandy upsets them.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength because I agree.
Everybody's looking at other games. This game's kind of sleepy. I see the upset here.
I think Vandy upsets them is part of the plan that ensues chaos. And I'm just doing a quick perusal. You do have the other game on here that also would. Cool. Utah plus 9.5 at UCF.
I like it. Give me your thoughts on this game.
Utah has figured something out with Isaac Wilson. They have either designed the playbook to where he has 1 to 2 reads that he hot fires and is really successful at. And
neither of these teams can make a bowl because they'll be 5-7 with a win,
right?
Unless they get the academic thing.
Unless the academic thing and Bulls get desperate, they make the ask.
And
but also it's not looking like that way too. There's 78 teams for 82 spots, and 10 teams need bowl wins, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think this is I don't know. I'll go with Utah.
I'm going Utah because I just think we've said numerous weeks UCF's down bad, and it still looks the part.
Tyler, how was your Thanksgiving? Did you eat lots of food?
Yeah, I bought $150 dinner and ate fuckloads of it. It was a good time.
I after the leftovers, you know what I made today with leftovers?
Huh.
I made potato croquettes. You ever had that? It's mashed potatoes with cheese you put in, and then you fry them in the balls. And they're hard shelled and gooey inside. And then I also made turkey salad. Delicious. Turkey soup.
The only thing that's a slight letdown is I didn't get any stuffing. But
I had such good stuffing.
The place that I get the meal from doesn't do good stuff. So
okay, real question before we go back to the picks. What's the pie of choice?
Pumpkin.
It's always apple. You're wrong, but that's okay.
If Apple's in the conversation, it's not even top 5. I'm just pointing it out there. We're putting French silk and lemon meringue before that. Anyway. West Virginia, a 2.5-point dog in Lubbock against Texas Tech.
Somehow West Virginia
If they win, they become bowl eligible with this one. No, they already are, aren't they?
There was a way that they could have still been in the conference championship game too, but now they can't.
Yeah, they needed tons of help.
I'm going to take West Virginia for the last time. Last game of the year. I'll go back. I'll hop back on them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're already bowl eligible.
Yeah, both teams are.
Yeah. All right with you. Probably for the last time too with it. Because isn't he supposed on the slate supposedly getting fired here soon at the end of the regular season?
Yeah.
That's at least what I read last. Yeah, we'll go Big Ten. Number 22, Illinois, 8.5-point favorite at Wrigley at Northwestern.
Northwestern could possibly make a bowl because they're 4-7, and if weird shit happens, they do have the grades. But that doesn't mean a fucking thing. Illinois blows them out.
Yeah, Illini annihilates them.
And they low-key have a 9-win season. Good for them.
It's almost like the ranking they deserve, right?
I believe that they're a top 20. They're probably a top 25 team at the end of the day.
I definitely will concur with that. A team that's probably you have 5 UConn, a 6.5-point dog at USC.
I meant Notre Dame. I was probably looking at.
Yeah, that sounds like pretty sure Danny Hurley is not at USC right now.
I think Notre Dame drops this game, and then they don't make the playoff because they're terrible. I like USC to win this game. This is a real pick. This isn't me hedging or putting it out there at all, doing negative things. No, I really believe USC is going to win.
And here's the thing that probably will also aid to that. You got the time zone swing going. You went to New York, and now you're heading to a coast, to a team that has spent the last month at home. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle. I'm going with you and going USC.
Does Notre Dame still make the playoff?
I think they fall not completely out of it, though. Especially if Texas wins the championship game. That bolsters your resume a fucking ton. Florida, 16.5-point favorite at FSU. I'm glad we're doing this game when you know who's not here.
This is like the ultimate Billy Napier move to lose this game, right?
It would be the champagne kiss to the season if that were to happen.
I mean, I think Florida's going to win, but if Florida State wins this game, I won't be surprised. It's Billy Napier.
Yeah, I got to ride with the Florida because FSU burned me one too many fucking times. So that's one that's like scorched earth with me. Duke, 4.5-point favorite at Wake Forest. I'm going Duke. Even though Wake Forest upset me last night when I was playing Texas.
Wake Forest, 4-7. Probably can't make a bowl. Duke's already within a bowl. Then you know what? I think Duke gets 9 wins. Good for Duke.
Yeah, very good for Duke. Exquisite. Sad that it's 4th in conference, but exquisite season nonetheless.
Good for Manny Diaz's first year. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. We'll go to a non-rivalry game. Rutgers, 1.5-point dog at Ypsilanti in Michigan State.
It's in Ypsilanti. I thought they were in East Lansing.
East Lansing.
Yeah, that's where my ex is from. I'm pretty sure that's not it.
I flipped them the wrong way. Anyway. I'm going big shot.
Rutgers is already in a bowl. Michigan State is not. Give me Michigan State because I think that they're on the rise. In a couple of years, I think they're going to be on the top of that conference. And I think it starts with this win right here. Go to a bowl game right here.
That's a cute thought. Greg Schiano won't let that happen. We'll go. Does Cal and that quarterback who went 98 yards with the boys go 98 yards with the boys again in Dallas at SMU?
Cal's going bowling for the first time in like a long time, and good for them. They deserve it because I think they were they're like one of the best 5-loss teams in the country.
Certainly one of the most.
I think they keep this game very, very, very close. Maybe SMU pulls away in the fourth quarter, and I think it looks worse than it is, and I think SMU wins.
I'm right there with you. I'm going SMU. Shenanigans are going to happen. They always do in Cal games. This one's no different. Woo, shit. Cool. Oklahoma +5 or 5.5 point dog. Excuse me, at LSU.
Very impressed. I mean, I did have Oklahoma winning last week. I did call that. And now they are bowl eligible. I think they finish with the same record, and I like Oklahoma. I think both teams finish at 7-5. I think Oklahoma has something in their quarterback. What's his name? Jackson Arnold. I think maybe the benching helped, and their defense is dynamic. Their offense is putting up points. I like Oklahoma here, and I don't trust LSU. Everybody's quitting on the coach. Brian Kelly's in a whirlwind of shit right now. So give me Oklahoma.
Jackson Arnold didn't completely suck, so I'm going Oklahoma too. Brian Kelly's in a world of hurt 3 years in. Jesus Christ. So we've got all right. We'll go Fresno State 8.5 point dog at UCLA.
Fucking UCLA. They should have won last week. Then they would have won this game and become bowl eligible. I still think they're going to win this game, but what could have been for UCLA? I think they definitely turned it around in the second half of the year.
If Deshaun Foster would run the ball more, he would win more games. Just plain and simple. I'm going UCLA because I want that to happen. Fresno State's not going to make it easy either. Anyway,
won by Ole Miss.
Yeah, 14-26 is the final.
Arkansas cover the spread. They did not cover the spread.
That is correct. Arkansas +3.5 or a 3.5 point favorite dog at number 24 Mizzou.
This is like the best newest rivalry in this conference. Mizzou hasn't really done anything to impress me this year, but it is senior day. It's the last game in Mizzou. Lots of seniors on that team. I can't trust Sam Pittman, but can I trust Drinkwitz? Like, this is the battle of I don't trust these coaches at all.
Yeah, this is definitely the shady-ass coach battle. That's
so I'm just going to go with the home team.
So Mizzou it is for you.
And I don't like it.
I almost don't like it for you that I'm going to just do it and just believe in Sam Pittman. The one time I don't and hope some good shit happens that comes from it. We'll go Pitt at Boston College, and that is find it here. Hold on. Four. That's a weird as fuck line. Pitt is a 4 point favorite.
Pitt is on a 4-game losing streak because they've become exposed. They're not that great of a team. They had a very easy record early. I like Boston College win this game. I'm going to say they win it at least by 10. Oh, what was the line on that? I'm sorry. I didn't put the line.
Pitt is favored by 4.
Yeah, I love Boston College there.
I'm going Pitt. Yeah. Let's get into some feuds. I don't know what the South Carolina Clemson won, but South Carolina's 2.5-point dog.
Give me your thoughts about this, because I'm gonna listen. I've been on South Carolina more than anybody. You know that all year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clemson wins this game easily. I know why, Ty? Look at me. Look at me in the face. I don't like it. I want South Carolina to win, but everybody and their mother is on South Carolina right now. They still think they can make the fucking playoff, and everybody's on them.
They're high as, yeah, I know they're high as shit and think they can make the playoff, but they need fuckloads of help in order to even make that
I
a
like
remote.
Clemson. I'm sorry, but I just like Clemson to win this game.
That's the thing. It's just like, does Dabo dial up his kids knowing that a playoff spot is imminent and makes it easier if they win this game? But this is also...
I love Clemson. This is more to do with everybody's way too high on South Carolina.
Yeah, that's another thing that just scares me. But that line is too fucking small. Yeah, I'll go with it. It was a scary spot, but I had to just sit upon it. Go on, Clemson. Well, move on to the Apple Cup. Washington, 18.5-point dogs at Eugene in Oregon.
Does Oregon give a fuck about this game?
No.
I think Oregon. I don't think Washington does either.
But I don't think Oregon has to put a lot of effort into it to think a lot.
Washington doesn't need it to make a bowl. They're already in a bowl. So give me Oregon.
Yeah. If this was at home, I'd take Washington, but no, Oregon's going to win because Washington is dog shit this season when it comes to traveling. Louisville, 3.5-point favorite at Kentucky. I'm going Louisville.
Louisville. Kentucky is just they're just bad. But the thing is, this line is a little low, I think.
Yeah, it's at least, within striking distance of 3 points.
It's very low and it scares me a little, but I'm taking Louisville.
Cool.
But that line seems very low.
If that was a 4-point game, I would take the spread as well. But that's just yours truly. We move to North Carolina. I don't know the battle of this feud, but it's NC State, 3.5-point dog at UNC.
Thoughts and prayers. I mean, he didn't die, but to Mac Brown, he is no longer coaching. He has been fired. UNC is going bowling. They don't have a coach. I mean, well, I think he's a lame duck. I think he's coaching the year out.
He's coaching the year out. He's not returning.
He's a lame duck coach, though. And you know what? Give me NC State to beat their rival and to go bowling. I bet you there's some kids on UNC already thinking about the transfer portal.
And when they win that bowl game, they can think about it after because I'm going UNC. They now know Mac Brown's going to be out. Traditionally, teams that know that their longtime coach is hanging it up for good, either because the institution said to or by his choice, teams usually play a little bit better, statistically speaking. That's why I'm taking the flyer.
I like the logic.
All right, we go to. It's got to be one of the top. Like everyone says, the game's the top feud. This one's got to be fucking 2.
This is number one for people literally shoot each other over this.
Auburn plus 10.5 at number 13, Bama.
Does Auburn become bowl eligible here? Do they beat their rival? Where's the game? Where's the game?
It's at Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa.
I'm taking Bama. Bama can't lose. Bama's not losing 4 games in a season. Get the fuck out of here. Give me Bama.
This is the nail in the coffin because I'm going Auburn. I'm going Auburn, baby. I'm going for it. I'm swinging for that fence.
Austin, out. Now. Go watch Trolls. Go watch Trolls. You want to say hi to Tyler? Is that what your problem is? Come here. Hold on, Tyler.
You're fine.
Come here, baby.
Hi. Hi. Are you a sleepyhead? Yeah. Are you making a lot of noise? Are you making a lot of noise? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Go watch Trolls. Stop.
Go watch Trolls so that we'll be on that a couple more minutes.
Sorry.
But no, I'm going Bama. Or no, I'm not going Bama. I'm going Auburn. And it's purely for the CFB Chaos 2. I also want to see Bama lose 2 games in a row since Nick Saban's first season in 2007. So I'm going Auburn. That was the justification.
Awesome. Stop.
We'll go to the game. We'll go Michigan, 19.5-point dog at number 2, Ohio State.
Can Michigan pull this off?
No,
No.
I don't think so. Even with a wounded Ohio State offensive line, I don't think so.
It would be very funny.
It would be hilarious and would institute more chaos in the Big Ten side.
I just think I'm thinking of my chaos here. I love chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. I love chaos, but I'm going to pick Ohio State.
I am as well. Going OSU. All right, now we'll go to tonight's action. Again, once we wrap up the show, we're going to refire everything up. And we're going to stream these games. Nebraska, 3.5-point dog at Kinnick in Iowa.
Nebraska comes off of the happiness of finally being bowl eligible, and they roll in Iowa.
I'm doing the same thing. Georgia Tech, a plus 17.5-point dog in Athens at Georgia.
I'm picking Georgia to win on this sheet, but I do have Georgia Tech on money line. I think they keep it close, but Georgia pulls away because I think if Georgia loses, are they out?
No, they're virtually into the playoff. Like they're one of the locks, if anything. Because they're in the SEC championship game. The committee's not going to neglect an SEC championship loss if Texas or A&M were supposed to win. Speaking of that game,
but watch out for Haynes King. Haynes King is a dog.
Number 3, Texas, still a 5.5-point favorite at number 20 in College Station at A&M.
All right, Tyler, I don't know what you're going to go with, but I'm looking real quick. I want to see who I picked. Early in the year when I did my predictions, I had Texas winning the national championship. But they're going to lose this fucking game first. I have A&M, the 12th man, which is stupid. They hold each other's balls. They yell at each other when they hold each other's balls at night. They're a bunch of fucking weirdos. They're very weird. But I think A&M pulls this off. And I don't think Texas has been as great as I thought they would be. And I think A&M knocks them off.
You're really placing a lot of faith in a freshman quarterback now that it is his job?
I'm just not sold that Ewers is that good. I know
I'm not sold that Marcel Reed's good in big spots.
Yeah, but I think if they can run the ball a little bit and they can play good defense and they get weird shit happening at night in A&M.
I'm saying South ain't gonna let that happen. I'm going Texas. Do I want A&M to win? And that school fucker that stole my AD, Husker legend. No, I don't. Would it be purely chaotic and I would lovely enjoy it? Yes, I would. I would purely enjoy it. But that's games.
Texas might not make it if they're in, right? Who would their best win be?
Michigan, but it's almost irrelevant now. Just purely because if they win, they make the championship game, and the committee hardly ever neglects championship. They don't penalize you for not participating in one, nor do they nor the participants that are actually participating. So,
and by the way, I really think Notre Dame's going to win, but I'd have to do that because I think Notre Dame fucking rolls them. But all right, we're gonna stream now.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show. Do a formal closing, and then refire up because we're gonna watch fucking Husker football and Georgia Tech.
All right, guys, come back. We'll be right back. As always, we keep it.
Hold on. 2 seconds. I'm not ready. Okay.